What would you have been if you weren't a race car driver and that person people are passing you?
Wow.
What's up, guys? We have Jenson Button, Formula One world champion, with us today. Jenson, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
Can you tell us what we're taking today?
Yes, we are going to go out in the Radford Type 622. As you can see, it's very swoopy designed with these beautiful wheel arches, completely carbon fiber, 600 horsepower, 2,200 pounds, and a manual gearbox, a stick gearbox, as you say over here.
So is this a street car or is this a race car?
Good question. We get asked this all the time. It's actually a street car. We launched the car, it had lots of stickers all over it, and people thought it was a race car, but no, it's 100% a street car.
How do I even get it? What am I doing here? How does this work?
If you've ever driven an Aston Martin.
Oh, there we go. I have not driven an Aston Martin.
There you go,
sorry.
it's an Aston Martin door hinge, basically.
Oh boy. So when you drive in this car, is this like a showstopper? Does everyone look at it?
It's funny because people have never seen one before.
Tell us what's happening now with Radford. We know you partnered with Ant Anstead.
It's super exciting, and to be involved with developing a car as well as doing the setup work of the car, something I dreamt about. So we partner with different manufacturers and use parts of their cars. Whereas in this, it's just the chassis is actually a Lotus, which is the bit that we're sort of sat in, the tub of the car, if you like the safety cell of the car. And everything sort of forward and back of that is actually developed by Radford. So to have this opportunity to work with this company, but to actually have a proper involvement, yeah, it's pretty cool. My aim was to make every person that drives this car smile. Look at this.
And how did it all come together with Ant?
So Ant, another Brit. Brits are taking over, by the way. He got in touch a while back, a couple of years ago, probably 3 years ago, and said, Jenson, have you got time to have a chat about this car company that we want to start? And I was like, well, not really. I'm kind of busy. I've got a lot going on. And I left it at that. And I told my wife, and she said, why don't you see what he's got to say? I said, it's Ant. You know, he's always got loads of great ideas, but you know, he's a dreamer, which is great. So I spoke to him. I was like, Ant, that's actually a really good idea. And because of the partnership we have and doing a TV series with the car, we're able to get really good partners on board.
I have never seen a color like this on a car before. It's like a burgundy chocolate. How would you explain it?
Ron Burgundy.
No way.
Yeah, this is the Ron. This is our last prototype, and it's named the Ron.
That's amazing. One of my favorite movies of all time. Will Ferrell, if you're watching, this one's for you. Oh. So we're gonna jump into a little segment that we like to call 0 to 60. I'm gonna ask you rapid fire questions in 60 seconds.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm terrible at this game, but let's do it.
You have to be fast.
Okay.
I feel like you're good at that.
Okay.
Who is your childhood celebrity crush?
Pamela Anderson.
Wow!
She was on my bedroom wall with a Ferrari F40 and Bart Simpson.
What's one thing you did before every race?
Have a massage.
Ooh.
As a racing driver, you have to be relaxed. Your muscles need to relax. Massage and a little bit of boxing.
What's your driving pet peeve?
People, because here you can drive in any lane, right, on a freeway.
Right.
In the UK, you have to pull over to the slow lane if you're driving slow. So that's my pet peeve. It's people driving in the fast lane when they're driving slow. Get over.
Who's your favorite F1 driver of all time?
Alain Prost. Oh,
easy.
So smooth.
Easy. What would you have been if you weren't a race car driver and that person people are passing you?
Wow.
Quick, hurry.
Oh, what would I be if I wasn't a fire pilot? I need action in my life.
So you teamed up with Keanu Reeves on a Formula One documentary on Disney. Please tell us more about that.
First of all, Keanu, I'm so lucky to be working with kind of my childhood hero in movies.
Right.
You know, I grew up watching Keanu Reeves. So it's quite strange that he's doing a documentary about my championship winning year in Formula One. So I raced with Brawn, which is a private team in Formula One, and we came out and we beat all the big guns, all the big manufacturers in Formula One. So Keanu was like, you know what, we're going to do a documentary about that so people see the true story of what went down. And he's doing all the interviews with the drivers, with the team owners, with everyone that's involved. He's sat in my F1 car as well, which is pretty cool. So when I did some filming with him at Silverstone, he jumped in. I was like, come on, Keanu, get in the car. And initially he's like, no, that's forbidden. I can't jump in your Formula One car. But he did, and his face, he was so excited, and we couldn't get him out. But no, he's very passionate about his automobiles, his motorbikes. his cars. So for him, I think he's quite passionate about it.
So speaking of your driving team, Williams, who originally brought you on when you were just 19 years old, you're now an advisor for them. What was that like to go from driving for them to being an advisor?
It really means a lot. You know, I've got a big connection to this team. I've got a lot of friends within the team that I've worked with in Formula One, and to see them suddenly improving. They have obviously new ownership with Doroton Capital, and they have a really good understanding of the sport. So they have the funds, they have the expertise. It is just a matter of time.
The question we ask everyone on the show, and this applies probably the most to you, what drives you?
What drives me? It's wanting to learn. It's wanting to be better every day. That was something in my F1 career. You know, I won the World Championship, but I wanted to do something else. I went to another team. I went to Lewis Hamilton's team, McLaren, because I wanted that new challenge. If there's not a challenge, I get bored and I want to do something else, which is exactly what I've always done in my career.
I hope that all the F1 drivers that you competed against heard that you got bored when you were driving against them.
Exactly. You guys! It's so boring.
Let us know what you thought of Jenson's ride in the comments below. To check out more celeb rides, be sure to click here. And don't forget to subscribe for all new episodes of Drive.